Day, written by Sharon Bowles. What is Bonfire Night? On November 5th every year, adults and children in the United Kingdom gather together for fireworks and bonfire. Friends and families cheer as dummy caught a guy on top of the fire to burst into flame. This traditional festival is known as Guy Fawkes Day or Bonfire Night. Guy Fawkes Day celebrates in 1605. On this date, King James and his staff split a plot that could have blown the Parliament. Who was Guy Fawkes? Guy Fawkes was born in 1570 in York, England, during the rule of Queen Elizabeth I. At that time in Europe, many Catholic and Protestant countries were at war due to religious differences. During Elizabeth's reign, the Catholic religion was illegal. In England, Catholics who were caught practicing their religions were often fined or killed. Guy's parents were Protestant. His grandparents, however, were Catholic, and when Guy's father died, his mother then married to a Catholic man. He was a teenager. Guy decided to become a Catholic. He was angry about the violence and cruelty towards the Catholic in England. Fawkes left England in his early 20s. He traveled to the Netherlands to join the Catholic Spanish army in the fight during the Protestant Dutch army. Fawkes was a soldier in the Spanish army for 12 years. There, he learned how to make explosives using gunpowder. The gunpowder fought. In 1603, Queen Elizabeth I died, and King James I took her place. He claimed he would be more tolerant of the Catholic religion. Instead, he passed even harder laws against them. Many English Catholics were still loyal to the king. However, Fawkes met other Englishmen in the Spanish army who were angry about the violence against Catholics in England. In April 1604, Robert Caseby invited Fawkes to join in a revolt against the king. They needed his expertise with gunpowder. Fawkes immediately agreed. He was excited to be able to contribute to their causes. Back in London, in May 1604, Fawkes met with all the plotters at the local inn. They took oath of secrecy, although many women, such as Anne Fawkes, were part of the movement. Only men were involved in this plot. The plotters planned to blow up Parliament. The day it was officially supposed to open, the king and entire staff could all be there. Afterward, the plotters could make King James's daughter, Princess Elizabeth, queen at the time. Elizabeth was only 9 years old. They believed that if they raised Catholic, they could influence her reign. 13 plotters in total was sworn to the plan. Robert Caseby has a house just across the river from the Parliament. The plotter purchased 36 barrels of gunpowder and saw them in Caseby's house. One of the plotters, Thomas Percy, got a job at the Royal Bodyguard. He moved into a house near the Parliament. He was also able to rent a cellar beneath the building of the Parliament. The plotter moved the gunpowder by rowboat at night, crossing the river from Caseby's house to the cellar beneath Parliament. Guy Fawkes took a fake name. He called himself John Johnson, pretending to Thomas Percy's servant, so he could move freely inside the buildings of Parliament. His job was to take care of the gunpowder hidden in the cellar. The opening Parliament had been set for November 5, 1605. The plotters were ready. Caught, a secret letter was sent to Lord Montague. He was a Catholic man who was loyal to the king. The letter warned him not to attend Parliament on November 5th because something terrible was going to happen. He showed the letter to the king's assistant. When the king heard this news, he ordered the complete research of the Houses of Parliament. The search party found fire was in the cellar. Second search was ordered. This time they caught fault with fuses and matches. They searched the cellar more thoroughly. During the second search, they found 36 barrels of gunpowder. Fox tried to escape but was caught. The guard brought him to the king's chamber for questioning. Guy Fawkes told the king guard that his plan was to blow up the king and his government. He admitted that he had acted alone. He told the king he was only sorry for that the plot had failed. Fawkes was a prisoner in the Tower of London. By November 9th, he had signed his name on his wife's confession, revealing the name of his fellow plotters. On the morning of November 5th, the plotters had heard about Fawkes' arrest. They stole some horses and roads away from London, still planned to lead a revolt against the government. On November 8, a group of King's men caught with them. Robert Caseby and 3 other plotters were killed in a gunfight. The rebellion has failed. The English court found all the 8 surviving plotters guilty for treason. They sentenced each traitor to death. In January 1606, Guy Fawkes and 3 other plotters were taken to a judge outside the Parliament to be executed. The punishment was a warning to who might try the same. Another conspiracy. Some experts suggest that the gunpowder plot was an insane job. They think it might be plotted by the king staff to make harsher anti-Catholic laws. It might even have been the king's top aide who wrote the warning letter to the Lord Montague. Otherwise, how could the plotters have carried out their work right under the noses of the king's guard? Were the plotters used as the scapegoats to raise support for an unpopular king? There's no clear proof of this. However, the discovery of the gunpowder plot brought the public relief that the king's life had been saved. The king claimed that his survival was a miracle and proof of his right to the throne. Parliament passed a law the same year to make November 5th an official day of celebration. This made an unpopular king someone to celebrate instead. Legacy of the plot. The holiday was first called Gunpowder Treason Day. In the 17th century, people rang church bells and lit bonfires to mark the day. In England then, it was popular to burn numbers of faceless figures on bonfire. People believed that doing this would drive away evil spirits. November 4th, people began to burn a dummy of Guy Fawkes on the bonfire. By the late 19th century, spectacular fireworks displays and parades in towns and cities became popular. People marched to where the bonfire firework display was held. These days, the bonfires are usually arranged by local organizations. Conclusion. Guy Fawkes Day celebrates the failure of the gunpowder plot to kill the King of England. This event happened over 400 years ago. Today, millions of people In the United Kingdom, still enjoyed bonfire and fireworks on November 5th, but someone see Guy Fawkes as the person who stood up for what he believed in.
Good job!